We're live, I'm guessing. So,
Mhm.
Yes.
hello again from a galaxy far, far away. Uh,
Supposedly.
Oh shit.
supposedly,
Here we go again.
as far as time
Mm.
goes, we're not sure, but we're working on it.
Uh,
So, last time, last time a lot of things happened. Um,
Great summary.
mhm.
yes, it's the easiest way to sum up everything.
I mean, that meme fits everything. Oh shit, here we go again.
Exactly.
Yes,
That's why
exactly. So
CJ.
let's
That's why I'm proud to.
let's make a
That's why.
summary.
That's why I'm proud to. That's why I'm proud to announce that this stream is sponsored by CJ Johnson.
Let's make a summary. So let's try to make a summary. Okay.
Okay.
So almost all of the valuable artifacts and things were taken. Kukruk almost died, but thankfully survived.
That's not the first time for him,
Uh,
thankfully.
yes, exactly. It's
It's
Part
a
of the course.
It's a once every.
exactly
It's a once
it's
every.
routine for him
Yeah,
at
it
this
happens
point.
once every leap year.
Mhm.
Uh,
Mhm.
uh, Ahsoka was taken and is who knows
Luke
where
and
she's
Alana are
right
doing
now.
a Luke and Alana are doing a taken routine of being on the phone to your beta, going, "I will find you, and I will kill you."
Yes.
My name is Diego Montoya.
Nara lost a hand.
That has been for 2 episodes now. Is it a new event?
It's important. It's
It's important.
newish.
It's important. It happens.
Newish.
It's
And we will be
important.
Yes.
reminding everybody of it every single session from here until the end of the campaign.
Look,
Yeah.
look,
Yeah, I'm expecting that with this too.
look. We're keeping to tradition. Every trilogy, a character has to lose a hand. This trilogy, it has to
Yeah,
be an arm.
someone has
So
to be
let's
Skywalker.
and let's finish the summary with what every party member lost. So Nar lost a hand. Jawain lost some faith in the future of the order.
Mhm.
Elena lost some faith in humanity, I guess, in general, and uh, and Brindor,
His
poor
sanity
guy
again.
Brindor, yes, lost even more of his brain cells.
And Wedge lost his moral compass.
Wedge lost maybe the love of his life.
And the information he desire, and
No,
the man he
no,
Yes.
care.
no. I got him that. I got him that information. The mission.
Yeah.
Don't
Okay.
forget.
Information.
Yeah.
The only win out of all of this is that you actually gained information, and the leader of the Anzati clan that was causing so many problems is
It's
dead.
dead.
Um, and that's about it.
He's dead, Jim.
So now,
You forgot
everyone is
one
back.
another party member who lost something. Neo
Oh
lost
no
his
no no
light
no!
side points.
Yes yes yes.
And catch lots some business opportunities.
Neo is going further
No,
down
Catch
the
lost out on screen time.
and 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 one
Not as
last
much as
but
he
not
lost. No,
least.
look, not as much as Frelis lost out on screen time, Pika. To be fair.
And
I
last
think
but not
I think
least,
he's just lost.
Yeah.
Mudin made beneficial for him, it seems like, but questionable deal.
Mhm.
But we can't tell him. We can't talk about it now because he be gone.
Yes, he
Mhm.
has a lot of things to think about and prepare. So yes,
Oh, he's not the only one.
you, you're still in contact
Mhm.
with him, of course, and it could prove useful in the future, given the nature of his deal. So
As long as only
And the nature of someone's cake boner.
We're not gonna discuss why Neo wanted to be in contact with me, but in terms of the active party, I'm pretty sure it's only Elena or Brindor who can bring him back, because he doesn't care about Wedge or not.
What about Jawain?
He's part of the Elena deal. He gets two for the price of one.
Somewhat,
I'd question
maybe.
I'd question the fairness of that deal.
Agree, but well, what can you do?
So, everyone is back on Nossus right now. And I think that Jawain had the holocron,
Yep.
and he was
He's.
trying to open it.
I think he's sat in Elena's room trying to open the holocron, and I think he would have a fair idea of how to open it because he's seen Elena open a couple in front of him beforehand. So he would know the movement.
Also, he can take 20. It always helps.
Yep.
Mhm.
It does always help, and it's what I will do
Yep.
because there's no reason not to.
Yeah,
Exactly.
right now there's no reason.
So,
Which, if it matters, give me one moment.
it doesn't, believe me.
Okay,
Because nothing
that's a
really
36
matters.
though.
Yes.
Look,
So,
if nothing really matters, does that mean the holocrons from Jedi Master Freddie Mercury?
no, don't
Um,
mix up the people.
Mm-hmm.
So, you successfully open the holocron, and for a second time, you see the visage of an older man that used to be a master of the Jedi Order at some point. The one named Lane Karos, and
Oh god, the
yes,
Kara's
cue
back.
the Lin Cara jokes, guys.
Linkaros, perfect.
Welcome to our next
I'm
comic
so
book review.
Yeah, and now on the for bad comic spurn.
Uh, and the visage
just call this Star
asks,
Wars Lane Karas.
Yes.
and the visage asks, what would interest you, apprentice?
All right, I forgot.
Tell me
Trying to word this.
how do I use the high ground?
How do I attain the high ground?
Unfortunately, this is a very advanced technique that has been only deciphered at the end of the Jedi Order before the Empire took over. So
Linkaros is unaware of how to use it.
you have to ask a Force Ghost.
Is that Force Ghost even still around?
Yes, but only Luke can see him.
Oof.
He's chilling somewhere with Qui-Gon Jinn.
And Anakin.
Okay.
She's got a carpooling set up with all the other Force ghosts coming in and out of the afterlife.
Every time a new Padawan, a youngling Force Ghost comes over, everyone just looks at him and goes, first time.
I'm shook, Master.
Well, everyone is at some point. That seems to be the reason for it.
I have this. I want to call her friend.
Come on, that's
And
a lie.
Then again, she cuts off hands.
Yeah, she has a sidekick as a handyman.
but she is not a Jedi. And not only that, she derides the teachings of the Order. And everything that comes out of her mouth, she believes without fault. And I'm looking for anything to either prove that she's right or that she's wrong.
Well, I can say that we've fallen victim to that exact thing in the past. Uh, we thought that we have found the right way. We thought that we could see evil for what it is, but we were wrong, and we failed to see the darkness growing in our midst.
I know enough Jedi history to know that she's right when she says that, you know, the Order has fallen time and again. She believes that's proof that it's a failed experiment and that she knows a better way. I don't know how she could. Because I can't think of anything that would be better than what the Jedi are supposed to be.
Unfortunately, no one seems to have the right answer, if there is even a thing like that. Uh, from what I know and what is left from the archives on the Order's
See.
beginning back on Typhon, everyone was very confused at first when the Thoyor did their thing and gathered everyone. No one actually knew how to go forward, what to do exactly, and the birth of our order was the culmination of our efforts. Uh, at least that's what we know from history. There have been many trials, many conflicts, but when the basic principles of the order were established, um, we could see that a balance was achievable for the first time. And this is our this was our greatest aspiration, our goal with the new iteration of the order on Ossus. We tried to take all that we've learned from past mistakes, our mistakes and others, and build upon it, improve. This is why I myself was searching the galaxy for new places, new spots that the forces for lack of a better word, speaking through. And yes, of course, there are many questions to be answered, but I have faith that at one point we will get answers. If you want to learn that your path is the correct one, well, I guess you'll have to trust in the Force, that it will guide you in the right path. For me, and for many others that we have seen, the despair that Ajun has sown on Tython and his disciples, yes, I believe that we are on the right path. I could show you a few more things about these events, those that are recorded, if
Please
that
do.
would interest you. Okay, so you see, there is a retelling of the early years of the Order. Apparently, there was a huge schism in the first iteration of it, and from what you know as Jawain, you can surmise that yeah, this is probably the beginning of the Lords of the Sith. Uh, the those that were defeated and exiled at the end of it, uh, they ended up on on Korriban, and this is how the Sith that everyone knows and hates, I mean loves, uh, came to be. And he gives you a very detailed retelling of how they began to reorganize and rebuild the Order once uh, they landed on Ossus. And you can see that indeed, for from the beginning of that process till till his days, things were going very well, and you see that there is a little bit different philosophy on how they are approaching things. They were a little bit more lenient, and there was not very strict adherence to what is now known as the Jedi Code. And you realize fairly quickly that this is because the Jedi Code, as everyone knows it in the modern day, wasn't even created on its final form back then. It was a work in progress. Make a wisdom check.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Well,
There's no improving that.
Wait,
the wisdom that was imparted on you was so big that your little mind couldn't comprehend it.
wait.
I mean, you can roll a force point if you want, but
Wait. What do you
What
mean
is
peas are a lie? There's only passion fruit.
Like, so much for trusting in the Force, right?
Did Elena teach you nothing?
I guess Joanne's not supposed to know whatever it is you wanted to tell him, Riss. Sorry. The Force said so.
No, the Force said no.
I don't see the roll if you roll the force point.
He did.
I did not roll a Force
Oh,
point. Like,
okay.
what am I like? I can improve it to a 10. Like,
Yes. Yes, exactly. Remember, it is a wisdom check. The DCs are very different from.
okay, fine, sure. Let's see. Let's just see. Okay.
There you go.
When the Force
Ooh.
says no, it
12.
really means yes.
Okay. You get a feeling that perhaps just because they knew they didn't have all the answers, let's say, and they were rebuilding and doing everything in the best way possible, at least in their mind. This is why things seem to be smoother in his era. It's that natural process of searching and finding new information and applying this new information, and in general trying new things to see what works and sticks. So something is kicking you in the way that maybe we shouldn't have stopped that.
Yeah, I'm about to
Maybe
say, like, in character now. Is this what being guided by the Force looks like?
that's a very personal question because for everyone, well, we not one has the same experiences and dare I say relationship with the Force. Everyone understands it on their own way. But yes, in my opinion, that's what it is to let the Force guide you. It's to accept that well, maybe you are wrong in a few things. Maybe you should ask for some help from time to time. Or maybe you should just trust your instincts. Trust that you actually know what is best for that particular occasion. The Force has a way to I don't want to say amplify it, but make it more obvious.
Gut check, basically.
Yes.
Gotcha. Um, in this case, then, how did we get so far off base? Was it because of new knowledge we attained, or? And if so, how did that new knowledge not actually... Was it not applied correctly? Because it didn't help.
One of the turning points was, well, the discovery of whatever Akatan technology was left behind during their assault on Tython. We were able to drive them back, but the damage was done. And when
And the
you see
Rakatan were
destruction,
primarily utilizing the dark side.
yes,
to fuel their
And when you
machinery.
see destruction in that scale, well, it has a profane effect. Some of us got the idea that maybe they should tap into that destructive energies and, well, the darkness that it creates. Well, they believe that maybe this is the superior way, and they were proven wrong.
But then others decided to ban those kinds of things, those kind of practices. Correct?
We decided to safeguard them and only reveal such matters to those that are deemed to be ready. Not for practice, but to know.
The problem with that was that if someone wasn't wanting to know, they'd find out one way or another. And they carried that same philosophy, to my knowledge, all the way through to their ultimate downfall.
Hmm. I cannot speak for events that I do not know. But
But in that case, could they have been wrong? Just as
and
wrong as the
also,
people who wanted to use that destructive power to bring their own destruction for their own power.
well, when things become muddled up and it seems that there is no easy answer or no easy way to discern what is wrong and what is right, one should look at the results.
Hmm.
And the results are that we managed to save a lot of lives, improve a lot of lives. And this was going on for centuries. Distraction and well, the dark side has a way of doing things quickly. Like, how
Hmm.
much time do you need to throw down all the books in a library shelves? A lot quicker than you need to put them back on again. Needless to say that some of the furniture could be damaged to the point that they cannot be repaired, so they must be replaced. What I'm trying to say is it's easier to destroy. And some believe that this is the uh, better way, completely losing sight of the great value that has to build something, to make something better. I do not know how the order is going to be in the future, but I wholeheartedly believe that it's going to lead in the right direction. Will there be mistakes? Yes. But I choose to believe that everything happens for a reason. And
Mistakes?
again,
How dare you?
and again, the very beginning of the order back on Tython is uh, It's a perplexing enigma even for us. There were people that thought that they were literally chosen to do that. That
Those chosen by the planet.
dangerous paths and decisions.
But that's also not to say that they were wrong per se.
No, but well, would you classify as a good thing to hurt other people instead of helping them? I wouldn't. And if that specific person you're referring to has done more damage than good, then I think you have your answer. Maybe they can find a better way at some point, yes. But it's not the one that they are heading towards, using such methods. Now,
Okay.
I have some amazing lightsaber techniques that I can teach you.
Wait, or would you prefer to see some of my comic reviews? I assure you, they are entertaining.
It just costs a subscription of $99.99 every month.
Or I can teach you techniques to
In
use your
fact,
light.
I'll send you the bill for today's session right now.
You
Oh,
can
it's-
buy
Somehow
the
send
full
it all
course.
from all the way from back in at 4,500 BBY.
Look, don't
Your
question
free
it.
trial has now expired.
Look, don't question it. Look, don't question it. For all we know, he could still be alive, just driving a DeLorean that breaks space and time. Linkara is now Marty McFly. Deal with it.
God damn it.
Kara was always powerful. Only now do we understand his actual power.
Little did we know that the Mandalorians were actually formed as a religious worship cult for the man who drives the DeLorean.
God damn it.
Thank you, Master. You've given me much to consider.
It was my pleasure. So, what is left from the memories and likeness of um, Jedi Master Lane Karos? Leaves you with a lot of information about the beginning of the order. At the same time, it leaves you with an with better understanding about the trials and the difficulties they had back then. And from what you understand, since you know about the history of the order outside of that holocron, Tython was uninhabitable for quite a long time. For thousands of years.
Mm-hmm. It's just nobody knew exactly what it was that caused that.
Yes. Well,
because that
there
knowledge
were
was
theories.
lost.
Yeah.
But the knowledge, the beyond theory, was lost.
It was
What
Until now.
little was left in the Jedi archives that Luke and others were able to find was that, yeah, some kind of big disaster happened,
space communism.
and pretty much
I'm sorry.
everyone had to leave the planet. Otherwise, yeah. If you share that with others, I don't know if you're going to, but if you do, uh, it doesn't have to happen right now, but in the span of the next few days, there's some extra information that can be gained from all of this. Since you know that the Rakatans are using had the ability to use terraforming technology, and from everything else that you know about them, yeah, it's probably their doing. That
It's
the
a not
planet
so
was left.
natural disaster.
Yes, it was an assisted natural disaster. And of course,
Okay.
Tython was extremely. It was one of the most powerful focal points of the Force to begin with, so that had other repercussions as well because of what happened.
If I remember correctly, I'm
The
pretty
one question that lingers is what exactly Karos meant when he mentioned that from what they know, the first uh, the first people that began the process of banding together and creating what at some point would be the first Jedi Order. They didn't know what to make of it, even though some Thoyor brought them there.
They didn't know what to make of. I'm sorry, you just said it.
Yes, of the whole situation.
Okay.
You also realize that you don't exactly understand what that name is. What the name Thoyor refers to.
Right.
So yes, as far as your maybe friend, maybe enemy, Tercera,
frenemy.
yes. Um,
Oh, the
she's
misery.
definitely she's definitely playing a very dangerous game. Um, with herself mainly, um, trying to balance in a very strange way with the apparent darkness that she's carrying around.
She's trying to walk on her pinky fingers.
It's the feeling that you had from the beginning with her. Very dangerous, steeped in the dark side, not a monster that has succumbed to it though.
Right.
And it seems that she has remained somewhere between there for the past few years since the first time you met that specific individual. And she seems quite interested about learning stuff as well about the Force, about uh, what came before in general. And obviously, yeah, going around killing and maiming people is not. it, it's far from the best way to do things. So, with Jawain
Mhm.
uh, doing his little session with the holocron,
Mhm.
we go back to Neo in his cabin in the woods,
Yes, I can.
plotting his revenge of Sith janitor.
Carrying the woods that didn't exist until you guys decided to say that and you mentioned it so much they said, why not? Let's
Um,
make it canon.
you're the one
We
who
willed it into existence.
well, you're the one who did say he wants to meet people in the middle of the woods, so it only makes sense there'd be a cabin there for him
Hey,
to hang
look.
out.
To be
Look.
a hidden place, you don't need to have a building to have
Exactly.
a
And
meeting in
what
the
better
middle of the
than a
woods.
cabin?
Briss,
You
Briss,
are
you
the
willed
one
it
that
into existence the same way I'm willing Mulepan into existence.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly. And
yes.
it's slowly happening. It's slowly becoming a reality. So don't doubt this power.
Don't doubt what the GM and the other players can do. I know sadly don't have that power like my companions in being the players.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you
I
do.
was
You
not
just
part
don't
of
use it.
Human.
You're just not
I
active.
have not wielded anything
You
into
just don't
existence
look. You
here.
just don't actively practice it as much as me, Pika, and Riss do.
No, I just don't care about doing that kind of stuff.
And don't
That's
forget that Ketch willed into existence
A
a
Guitar's
Star
Destroyer.
Destroyer.
yes. The only thing I'm hoping that I managed to will into existence it's a story on the is like, but I didn't want to do that. Well, you're doing it now.
It's still contributing something that's well to existence.
So, um, Neo,
hmm
we were left when Neo was sending some messages to some
Yeah,
people here on Ossus.
yeah. He was setting up a meeting with Rindor, which Nar for. Originally, he didn't say how long, but he's going to say it up for A day after, he's going to use this day to gather information. He first went with Kirkuk, was hurt, so he went there asking how he was to check out on his wound, try to gather any information regarding what made
Okay.
that wound. Mhm.
You see that Kukruk still has a very visible
Hmm.
um, scar slash reminder.
Yeah. Hmm.
And he agrees for you to examine it.
Hmm.
I want you to make
Hmm.
two different rolls. Um,
Yeah.
the first one is knowledge,
Mm.
life sciences,
Yeah.
and this will
Oh
determine
wow,
what
this is
result the next one is going to be.
this is. Oh shit! Sorry, I'm rolling with Nard. Give me a second that I open Neo's
No, it's just
character
that.
sheet. I
No, it's
didn't.
just. I mean, Niall's going to be in the medical bay as well, getting his hands sorted out, so he could be rolling like passively.
Give me a second that I open Neo's. If it's not as good, well, I take that.
Just tell me what his
Oh, the modifier of
yes, the modifier.
is 11 for life sciences.
Okay, that goes up to a
For no.
23.
Okay. Uh, would I have also for force points?
Yes.
I'm going to roll by one because why not? I don't know how much I'm going to be playing as Neo. 25. There.
Okay. So
Mhm.
you see that the wound is it has a similar effect that the lightsaber would have. Pretty much, it destroys whatever it touches, whatever
Mhm.
that was.
Mhm.
Uh, but it doesn't have the cauterizing effect that a lightsaber
Mhm.
has. So it's some kind of energy weapon,
Mhm.
and this is not a blaster. That you are 100% sure.
Give me a second. Sorry. We were having heavy wind and one of the curtains was flying away and I didn't want
Oh,
to break. Yeah. Go on.
okay. So let's see the second roll, which is
Mm.
a knowledge technology check to see
Oh,
if
this is going to be much more comfortable.
a natural one.
God damn it, the
Close.
free. Well, give me a
Almost.
second. I'm rolling a 4 point for this one. This is more of Neo's pride than anything.
Oh,
Another 35. I take it.
okay. You had a very detailed um, account of what happened.
Mhm.
So number one, there was no visible projectile.
Mhm.
Number two, it was extremely destructive on organic tissue.
Mhm.
Number three, it came from a weapon that, well, you're not sure what
Mhm.
exactly it is.
But I know the man that has built it at well, not all the knowledge, the kind of knowledge that he possesses.
Yes, you know that he has access to a lot of different technologies.
Mhm.
Uh, well, up, you can assume that he has access in everything that the galaxy has to offer,
Mhm.
and you already know that he has some kind of pool,
Mm.
or at least knowledge of what the Chiss ascendancy has back on the unknown regions.
Plus, what he was implied to have knowledge of manipulating the very thing that I am studying, which is the kyber crystals.
Yes. Also, he seemed to be knowledgeable about Rakatan uh, machinery as well.
Yeah.
So this could go in a lot of different ways. You are
Directions.
certain that answers won't come by examining
A wound, yeah.
the common or even rare weapons that are used in the known galaxy.
Okay. I have an idea of Neo's next step regarding this.
As far for what the weapon actually does, how it works, well, if you had a picture of it or
Yeah.
a detailed description of it, it would make things much easier for you, but unfortunately, you don't at this point.
No. Yeah, I will have to try to get the wisdom. Have to see if any of the witnesses that I know, one of two of which I'm probably going to meet from what I gather tomorrow. So I'm going to just use that time maybe also to try to see if we can get some information on that.
Okay.
After analyzing this,
Oh,
he
and the thing that Kukruk tells you is
yeah.
that was extreme searing pain to the point of fainting.
Hmm. Okay, that probably helps so a bit with the idea of trying to analyze the kind of energy that it was. Maybe I will have to see how that works. Well, Neo will have to see that in the background. When he's going to say he's going to thank him for the time when he manages to gather anything concrete more than the theories that he has on his head right now, he will be one of the first that he will tell because Neo will do that not because he thinks it will be beneficial for what where he's aiming, but because he thinks that Kirk deserves to know what hit him and the Jedi Order, so they are prepared.
Actually,
Hmm.
okay, let's keep the same technology role.
Okay.
You know that one of the most commonly used ways to make blaster shots invisible is the usage of tympana gas.
Hmm. Okay, that will help more to trying to understand the design and energy. But still, Neo, since this is what he knows, he's going to still keep it quiet, but because he's not sure how it's being used. And saying that may lead in either goose chase or push the aviator into acting, which is not what Neo wants. Neo wants him to not expect him. So we'll keep this to himself until he knows exactly what he did. Crook. He would just promise him that he will work on finding out what it was and inform him when he has something concrete.
Okay.
Mhm.
So back to
Oh, wait. There's one more thing that he's going to do.
mhm.
He's going to want to meet with Yawain too.
It's a Wayne.
Yep.
Okay. I mean,
Mhm.
go right ahead.
Okay. So when he finds Yawain, he says, "Hey, do you have a second?" He's going to say Yawain.
Yeah.
I would like to know a bit more of everything that happened while you were captured by that witch and the aviator.
Anything specific?
anything regarding him, what he used, and anything that you think it's worth attention regarding the witch. I trust your judgment, so
I mean, I don't even really know what.
even if you're not aware of what it was, anything that caught your attention, it is worth the shot to know.
Some sort of leaf.
Leaf, can you give it draw the form or something like that, or
It's just a leaf. It was green and
what
glowing.
what shape of green and what kind of how was the glow?
Yellowish, yellowish green.
Hmm.
It was. It looked like some kind of.
I'm pretty sure it was a feather rather
Yeah,
than.
you.
Wasn't it a.
Yeah, yeah. It
A
seemed
feather,
like
yeah.
Yeah.
My
yeah,
bad.
a feather slash a big. Uh, it didn't seem to be from a plant.
Hmm. Okay. Neo will thank Jawin for telling him that, and he will ask him to keep an eye out for Elena because he's worried about her. He what she told him, and he doesn't think he is in the right space of mind. He's not sure how bad it is, but she's out of it still. And after that, I'm going to do a. I'm going to take. Give me a second. I see. I haven't gathered information. I have a 14. Will be take the 20. Can I take a 20 to see what I can gather
Let me check. You can
on?
definitely take 10. That's a
Yeah,
given.
take 10. I'm sure, but I'm trying to see if I can get something bigger
Let
to
me
take my
let
time.
me double check
Hmm.
if that is a possibility for that skill.
Hmm.
Mm,
If not, I'm going to roll because I would prefer to take something higher than 10.
yeah, yeah, it says that you cannot take 20.
Okay. Then I'm roll gather information. Please be good. Please be good. Okay. And I'm going to roll the last force point, at least that I know for Neo for the day.
Hmm.
Okay, I managed to get it to a 20. I'm happy.
Okay. What are you searching for?
What the Jawan described to me. The other stuff I can take my time long term, but I need to get
Yeah,
an idea of what it is that, so I can
it could
add it.
be from a plethora of different creatures
Hmm.
all around the galaxy. It's
Hmm.
anyone's guess.
Hmm.
The one
Not
thing
even.
you are
Mhm.
certain, the one thing you are certain, it's not the species that was indigenous on the planet that they were on,
Well, yeah, that I could get.
because
Okay.
well, nothing. There is no life
Yeah,
outside of the domes. So
yeah. Well, that's all for now for Neo. I'll listen to tomorrow.
okay, so go to the next day.
Okay. Hmm.
Mudin makes his final preparations and he departs with one
If he
of.
does Murin at any point get close to Neo?
I mean, not specifically, but he,
Hmm. For any
yeah, at
reason?
some point, yeah, at some point he would ask, okay,
Okay.
how are the experiments going?
Neo
Any
will give him
progress?
Nia would tell him the detailed information of the progress, and then he will test the ground about how he will feel about giving him some kind of reward for working on the project. Since before the deal was that there was none, so he will test the ground for that.
He says definitely.
Okay.
It could be a large amount if the results are the ones that
Mm.
he's
Yeah.
expecting. Because if that happens, well,
Mhm. Yeah, Nia will say, how about something that's not money?
I'm listening.
Information, he would say.
I accept the quest.
Okay. Yeah, and Nia will say that's basically what he wants to change. Basically the only thing that he wants to change about the deal. The rest he will keep working on this.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's pretty obvious that
Mm.
Moodin doesn't trust
Mhm.
the guy. So
Mhm.
yeah, he
Okay.
wouldn't be against providing information.
Okay, that's perfect. Mhm. That's all regarding that.
Okay. So, um, about the meeting.
Hmm. Bob. So Nia will be obviously the first there to arrive. There will be three wooden chairs that are not well comfortable, but decent for anyone to sit, and he will be just sitting on one of them, waiting there for the others to arrive.
Okay.
Hmm.
Now, the first one that arrives is Darth Sion. He enters the room
Where is the exile?
and he says, "Sup, Neo?
Oh my god.
Found a way to kill me yet? You dingus?"
Look, we can't be done with Neo. We need a letter in the room to erode his will. Don't you know that?
So, the people that got the invitation are Nar,
Hmm.
um, Wedge,
Hmm.
and Brindor.
Yeah.
Wedge and Nar are going to arrive together, so
Yeah.
there's that.
Hmm.
The only question is if Brindor wants to go there as soon as he gets the message, or if he's going to take his time.
Hmm.
Uh,
Because I'm guessing you won't be going with the other two because,
Hmm.
well, you don't even know that they're invited. Unfortunately for you.
Plus, he's been
I
trying
mean, there's also. I'd like to keep my brain cells intact too.
to. Exactly.
Neo, that I will say this. Neo doesn't like to repeat twice, so when those two arrive there, he will tell them if they sit down. He will, if they want something to drink. He only has here water and some beer, nothing more. But
Nope.
he doesn't like to repeat himself, and there is one more person he's waiting for, so he will wait for him to arrive.
He doesn't have mounted dew? How dare.
No mountain. Oh.
So,
So yeah, Riddler is not going to escape seeing these two, sadly, because Neo is
No,
not
I
on
know
the
that,
mood to
but he
repeat.
doesn't have to make an entire trip with them if not necessary.
Oh no,
exactly.
yeah, I agree.
He wants his Baja Blast. Just saying.
So, just to make things easier, at some
Mhm.
point everyone arrives.
Yeah. So Nar will be probably the first one to break the silence. Says, "So what's the deal?" he will say. To that, Nia will say, I want you to gather me information on this sentient individual that you had the displeasure to be trapped by in the most recent mission that you had. Someone by the name of the Abator. I want the location, not of any of his small bases, not of anything small. I want the location of his main headquarters, his house, whatever you want to call it. The place where he manages everything that he wants to do. I want the location. I don't care how you get it. I don't care if you work together or separate it. I just want either of you to bring me that information. You will be compensated either with he takes a data pad and shows an amount of money that he has been saving from all his small works that he has been doing since Elena and him had a more stable life, which he has not wasted much, just whatever little he needed for to live or small entertainment. But the other thing has been gathering in an account that he has been saving interest,
He's been playing a
so it
lot of
has grown a
GTA.
bit. So he's willing to pay that, or he's willing to offer them his service as a mechanic to construct them whatever it is that they desire. He's willing also to pay in advance. So yeah, but he's only willing to pay in advance his skills, not the money. The money comes only the moment he receives the information of the location. There is no time limit. They can take as much time as he wants, but if he's dead by that point, they can forget about this work.
I'm
So they
perfectly
better do
happy.
it well.
I'm perfectly happy to work for money. I do have
Mhm.
one question. Are you okay? I've seen a lot of people have issues dealing with things during the war.
Neil would just say, "Tell me, if someone mess around with a family member of yours to the point that they have been very damaged emotionally, what would you willing to do if you
I
know who
mean,
was this individual?"
let's see, I joined the rebellion and I fought in that for years. I think that should speak for itself.
It does. So does that answer your question?
See, there's a difference between working to make things better and this vendetta. Like, I'm just saying, you seem to have taken this to an unhealthy degree.
So tell me, this individual that keeps playing around with everyone around him, the New Republic, the Jedi Order, criminal organizations, stuff like that, everything for his benefit, and whatever he sees fit, he will antagonize or attack everyone around him to get what he wants. Doesn't
I'm
it
not
sound like
questioning
a
whether or
big
not this
deal?
target's worth taking out. I'm asking, how are you doing, not how this guy is doing.
Right now, in a right now in a silent rage, I won't deny that. My timing will probably come down, but my determination for this won't change. I do consider him a danger from the first moment I met him, and I do consider him that now he has crossed a line both personal and global to say he has to be taken down.
It's too dangerous to be kept alive.
Yeah, basically that. Yeah, you can if you had the horse, you can see Samuel Jackson up here saying the motherfucker's too dangerous to be left alive.
Samuel L. Jackson approves.
Because, like, I'm perfectly fine to take on dangerous assignments. I just want to make sure that, the people I'm working with aren't liable to go crazy and go off making stupid decisions in
Don't
the course of
worry,
trying to achieve that.
don't worry. I will take my time. The moment I get that information, I'm not going to just jump there. I'm going to gather a small force of all the people he has wronged to and gave them his location. Along that, I will probably form a small group of which I trust and capable and go there too to see that he is either apprehended or killed by one of these forces. whatever situation I see it beneficial. He doesn't have to be dead. He just have to be stopped. That's the whole point of this.
I see a trend. Everyone is becoming Neo.
Yeah, we played a new game today, Neo Automata.
Oh wait, that's the rank.
All right.
Mhm.
Don't worry. He just wants some time to work with his pet project, building a red lightsaber.
Anyway, so like Neo, Brandor,
Mhm.
take a breath. Like, I'll help you with this. Just get your shit together, man.
I would have a long time to do that. I don't expect that. Sadly, any of you will be done in even 3 months time to 6 months. I expect this to be a long assignment. It's why I'm willing to pay what I have shown here.
Go see a shrink.
As for you, Wedge,
Yes.
what you've heard up to this point from
Mhm.
this Twi'lek
Mechanic.
mechanic,
Yeah.
yeah, you saw the guy that he's talking about, the
Okay.
one that
I actually want to roll two actually, no perceptions. Oh
um,
my god! It is the
insight.
interface. No.
Probably if I'm not good, I will probably roll against that because
Yeah.
outside of what he says, Neo doesn't want anyone reading him. So yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm
you want
looking
to do
at the treat
an
injury.
insight?
I don't know. I have to roll treat injury.
Oh God.
I mean psychological injury.
Emotional damage.
Okay, so you said, what did you say, Miss?
So,
Insight or perception? Actually,
insight and perception is the same thing on
yeah,
this
it's actually just
on
perception.
Saga Edition. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so
So.
I roll a perception firstly.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh, okay.
Okay,
27.
let's see if Neo can like his that. I have a reroll if I roll low. Okay, I'm going to reroll that.
You get lower.
Nah.
Damn it!
Would you
I'm
like
not
to
going.
use
I'm not
the?
going to force point this because it's going
Okay.
to just keep. You are just going to force point that, and it's going to be unnecessary long. I don't see the point.
Yeah, it's. Uh, there's no point to force point this
Yeah.
in.
In any way, yeah.
it's a
Yeah,
force.
I
yeah.
agree.
It's a
So
force-pointed argument.
yes. So what
Yeah.
does Wedge see with his anime eyes? I mean, elf eyes.
I mean, beneath the cool face that he tries to portray calm and collected, he sees a clear determinate and a very pissed off individual that even if he says no, he will find someone else to do this. And again, he doesn't care who around this aviator guy dies. He just cares about getting that information. So
Okay.
if someone kills some of his people close to him, he doesn't care. What he cares is getting the information. The method is up to the person.
So here's the thing, Wedge.
Hmm.
On one hand, you've seen
I
that
see. Yeah.
individual and the other individuals that work with him,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and yeah, it's
The beautiful specimen that is around this guy. If he ends up saying someone more dangerous than you, may die.
yeah. On the other hand, so your initial instinct as Wedge CNR is to say, yeah, I'm gonna say no to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
on the
Because
other
I
hand,
just. Mm.
Yes, but on the other hand, it is maybe the ones responsible for the disaster that happened.
And on the
And
other hand, you're happy you have two hands still.
Look,
yes, that's true. That's true.
look. Basically, they're
And on
responsible
the
to the.
third hand,
Why have
On
you
the
got
other
three hands?
hand,
You
yeah.
You
fucking
should
mutant.
stop on the third hand, you need to stop hanging around radioactive waste.
Basically, what your insight tells you is like, if it wasn't for Alana getting that information out of Renal last second, this could have been. This disaster could have been a lot worse.
and
Yeah.
yeah, the other thing is that you know that Renalyn apparently had some kind of deal, and hmm, maybe your father would be interested in all of that, but it's a tall order. You're not sure if you should. Um,
Mhm.
Actually,
Wait,
yeah,
wait. So you're telling me that would be I should take this job just because it would be beneficial for my father?
it would be beneficial for a lot of people. You understand,
Uh,
including your father.
Interesting. Okay. 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 If I take the job, okay,
Mhm.
how good it would be for the world if I take this job from 1 to 10?
Uh,
9.
you're asking this
I'm
out loud?
asking Mears
Okay.
based
uh,
on what he told me because
Mhm.
I need to
it
Mhm.
could. Okay,
for the
this actually I
world,
cannot. Yeah, for the world.
the
Uh,
world on
I cannot answer that exactly because there are a lot of things that you do not know about the situation. What you do know
Mm,
is
yeah.
a
From what I
particular
know,
team that
obviously.
showed up, packed everything up, took what they wanted, and left.
Mhm.
Mm, okay.
And their affiliation is unknown.
Mhm.
You know what? I'm trying to tell. Let's see. Okay. Let's take it and see where it goes. But I'll keep my, the I can back off from the deal if I see something I don't like. Let's just say that.
Neo, that's safe. It's your choice. Again, this is a long-term deal. If some of you at some point feel like you don't want to keep going on, it's your
Yeah,
choice.
yeah. I'll just let's just go there. I'm going to take the let's take the job. I mean, in the end of the day, I can always back off if I see something I don't like or I hear something I don't like, and yeah,
Mhm.
Or you see something you like
leave
too
it at that.
much.
Yeah, also that, but
Again, you don't need to find that what you like. You just need in the way this deal is made. It's like you can go whatever way you want. You can just try to get what you want from that, and then when you give him the information, say maybe you should back away from that guy if you don't find anything that it's dangerous. Again, he doesn't care about who around him is alive or not, and you guys are free to choose the life of those around him however you desire. He doesn't care about that. He cares about just the guy.
okay,
Hmm.
okay. We're taking the deal. Let's do it.
Okay. Narches basically looks at him and says, "So you're a mechanic. Do you have any experience making hands?" Raising his says, "No, but I can try." Give me a second. Again, the curtain flying. Sorry. I will try to push it more away, but I need the air because it's hot here, summer.
This is only character dialogue, by
Nurse
the way.
says, no, it's other character. Nurse says, and that says, I take it. Just make me a hand as the payment in advance, so you know I won't walk out.
Make me a hand.
Yeah,
Just give a hand.
he needs a hand
So,
in
yeah.
now.
So yeah, Neo's going to make Nar his hand as a payment for the job.
It's the gold hand that Jamie
No,
Lannister
no, no,
has.
in Nar's eyes, this is like, okay, I just do this job for this guy, and I will have more chances to maybe meet this witch girl that moves around this Elena girl. So maybe I should be close to her, so I can get my revenge and maybe information. Works perfectly for me. That's what he's thinking. He's not saying this aloud, but again, he's not hiding a lot of his emotions. Him.
Okay.
After that, Nar says he gets up and Neo gets up and says, "If you want to drink something else there, just do it. I have no problem with this. I refill this place every time I come to relax. Went away wherever you want." And with that, he walks away from the cabin, and the others go away the whatever time they want. Neo's just done with the business and goes to work into what Kirkuk was her the project with the uh, Moodin, and look to see if he can find more people to that he no sorry not more people. He's going to Caldesa.
Oh,
Okay.
take
Yeah.
my breath away.
Yeah. So not
After,
talk. First, he was going to message her to see when she's free to talk.
Mhm.
And while he waits for the answer, he's going to go and see how Elena is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get the answer eventually.
Yeah. hmm
So,
So Elena, how is she?
She looks like she hasn't moved from the spot where you last saw her.
Okay.
she's still
Yeah.
taking one step forward, but there is a wall there. So, actually, not even a wall, a ledge. There's a ledge there, and you
Yeah.
hear a small, funny sound effect like "Tum, tum," and she goes back and she tries again, and this is what happened.
He's thinking that Elena is seeing a small Elena telling her, "You're in hell."
Oh, that happens to her every day.
No. She did not a dream or something like that. That she thinks that. No. She's literally so far gone that she's seeing a vision of a little version of herself telling her, "You're in hell."
As I said, that happens every day.
She has visual hallucinations of her. Of her as a little
You're-
girl telling her, "You're in hell."
Well, at this point, definitely, yes.
Every day? God damn it, she's worse psychologically than everyone expected.
She broke.
I already
We
said,
need a shrink.
yeah, I already
She
mentioned.
broke a while ago. Was just the tipping point, apparently.
No, every other occasion where she's had something wrong with her, there was something salvageable in her for her to rebuild herself. This time, yeah.
Yeah, Neo's going to want more to talk with this. He's just going to curiously ask Elena, so the moment everything settles down, you are following this whatever where this goes to, right? Any chance you're going to Coruscant or something like that? He asked.
Elena just looks at him dryly and just says, as soon as it's possible for me to do so, I do intend to go to see Leia about this, yes.
Okay, good to know. Neo turns around after that, leaves. He thinks of one thing to tell to Lisa, and he's going to go to Gakuka and Jawen and say, she's even worse than I expected. So, really do something because sadly I'm not. I have not made a single dent of progress on her. And I don't think I can't.
Usually I cook her a calzone and she's fine. Not even that's working.
So yeah, he just tells them that and then waits for Dessa
Okay.
when he can communicate.
Eventually, you get an
Mhm.
incoming call.
Okay, so he takes it.
If it is my favorite mechanic,
If it isn't my favorite head of an assassin, he answers back with a small smile.
hmm.
So
Okay, let's hear it. What happened this time?
well, Elena is more traumatized than usual. She's going to go around Coruscant. That's probably the first thing I want to ask you a favor if you can make time to meet her and see if you can get her out of whatever shock she is. I don't think that the people here, including me, are good enough to help her on this since she's not opening up.
Hmm, possibly, but okay. What happened?
Well, remember the abator?
Is that a serious question?
No, it's just setting up the tone of where this is going.
Neo, we have to talk about this at some point.
We will, don't worry. What you need to know right now is he did a large scale operation where he manipulated the New Republic, the Jedi, and another group that I don't know. And basically, all of that ended with her traumatized.
Okay, first of all, I will need the
Mm.
details, as you understand. Second of all, are
Yeah.
you sure that he did all of that?
He appeared there in front of Jawain and Mudin, a companion that we met along the way. So I have trustworthy information that he was there.
Okay, so tell me what happened. You don't have to go into detail, I suppose you.
Neo gives her a summary information he was told and what he did, including the that he had a bodyguard that he suspect the group he has met before, and that apparently he can regenerate an arm after he lost it to Jedi, and the
Oh
rest of them
boy,
were
one of those things. Perfect.
those things. Neo asks, "Do you have an idea of what species that is?"
Yeah, well, they're incredibly long-lived species. Fortunately, there's not a lot of them, so that's something.
And its name? Neo asked.
They're called Gendai, and they are, well, how to call it exactly? I wouldn't personally take a job for one of them.
Good to know, says Neo that.
Yeah, they are notoriously difficult to kill because, yeah,
hmm
what he
Something that
can do
Neo is
with
going to keep in
what
mind.
he can do with the hand that you told me about. Well, if the stories are to be believed, they can do that with everything on their body. So,
hmm More stuff that Neo is noting in his head, or future stuff that he's not going to try to tell this about.
You see that she's asking some questions,
Yeah.
some for clarification.
He answers then.
Most of all.
Mhm. Yeah,
Roll a
to
perception.
the
Roll a perception check.
yeah, I'm rolling. Sorry, I have two character sheets open, so I have to one over the other instead of move around. So okay, please be good. Please be good. I'm bad.
Oh,
Okay.
I think that's
You
good.
know what? It's so good. I'm force pointing this because why not? Damn it! I wanted to get a 30. I take it.
still,
Yeah, it's
it's a
very good.
short entity.
Critical
It will,
success. I
yeah, it will
mean,
take you.
Neo is laser focus on this stuff.
Hey, shouldn't we be on to? Are we on to the point where we're at 3d6 yet, or no?
Yes, you're on
yes.
3d6. But
I'm only
Neo's
seeing two.
level up hasn't happened yet, so
Yeah.
Neo hasn't leveled. He hasn't gained XP.
Yeah.
so uh you know this really well, your facial expression and stuff like that, and even a hologram, you can see
Mhm,
concern,
mhm,
uh, constantly thinking about everything you're telling her,
mhm,
and in a few instances, you can glimpse fascination and
mhm.
a little bit of awe of what she's hearing.
Okay.
But at the
So,
same time, you see that there is uh, another current of oh shit
okay.
kind of
Oh shit! Here we go again.
yes.
Okay. Okay, how do I tackle? Because all of these
Uh,
works in a
the,
way that I wasn't expecting, which,
yes, there is a certain admiration from everything that she hears
yeah,
because it was a well executed operation.
yeah.
And
Mhm.
on the other hand, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
really good executed operation from that particular uh,
Yeah, okay.
people.
Neo,
So
mhm. Neo was going to try to push the ball of this constantly, even if she at some point noticed his activity looking for certain information that's pretty curious in the underground from him, and he was just going to keep pushing the ball as much as he can until she forced him to talk. So now, with that, he probably knows saying not saying anything probably will lead to either worse reaction from her or not, and he doesn't want that. So he's going to just go ahead and tell her, "I've hired 3 mercenaries to find me the true HQ, not a little base or something like that of the Abator."
she looks at you straight in the eye and she says,
Mhm.
I want you to tell me what you're planning.
What I'm planning? Well, you hear the amount of people that he has con, right? And I assure you that
Yes,
it's bigger than this.
yes, yes, yes,
So
yes.
I planned to present them with where his home is and tell them of how he has come then.
So let me get this straight. You want to assault this particular
Yes,
individual.
yes, we did. Shall we call it no personal army, but army of piece of people that he has made to not realizing his mistakes.
Are you sure that these people are going to say yes to your offer?
Oh, they will when they realize how far the con goes.
Or, or,
Hmm.
or they could think that they might think that this is a good opportunity for them to
Benefit from
gain
him?
more.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I'm also counting of that, says Neo. You see,
Also,
the
have you
people I'm.
considered
Mhm,
that going that route,
mhm,
there is a very good possibility
mhm.
that your head could separate from the rest of your body?
I'm well aware of these dangers. It's why I'm not going to be just sitting here idly and not do anything for that. I know I'm not a head warrior going straight to that and stuff like that. So I'm going to prepare both for the weapons that I know he has and people he has around, and to my what are my strengths. I'm going to get anything and everything I can on this guy to prepare to fight against him and his allies. I'm going to set up a group which is going to Elena Jawain, and anyone else I can bring into is going to be part of. And that will be the elite group that will go for him. Whatever the other people groups get from his base and stuff like that, it's up to them for to decide what to do. But him, his head and his knowledge, I will deliver it either to people that will kill him by accident that I trust, or capture him and bring him to justice.
Ah, you want to capture him and bring him to justice.
No, that's just for my satisfaction. I want to see his face when everything falls apart from him. I'm going to be
Ah, you
watching
want to see his
every.
satisfaction.
Yeah, I want satisfaction of seeing everything he's built fall apart in his eyes. And coming from the person that he probably thought was just someone a bit interesting, but that didn't matter in the long term.
Never has Data been more in love with Neo than in this specific moment.
Desa is the reason why Darth Janitor will come into being.
I'll have
Mhm,
at that
mhm,
she gets a little bit more serious and says,
mhm,
"It's not okay. I'll
mhm,
just go ahead and say that
mhm.
I'm jealous right now."
You will say you will get better attention from me than the homicidal one. Believe me.
I mean, this amount of obsession, I haven't seen it from you in any other case.
Elena is basically since I have last seen her and first seen him since she came back from this, just looking at walls, responding with just answering what the people around her want to know, and then just basically standing there staring.
At this point, I'm not so concerned about Elena because she's because she's a tough one. So
She's tough, but I will get you that. But you know what's not tough? How many times someone can be battering the head like this constantly? There is a breaking point, and I'm afraid that he inadvertently, whatever is his intention or not, he pushed that little edge that was so cracked that it finally fall down. That's what I'm so pissed off and angry and obsessed with bringing him down. He may
yeah,
have psychologically scared my little sister.
I understand that. But don't forget that the Bothan Spine Network a few years back was doing their own research,
Mhm.
and they ultimately came empty-handed.
Many of them
They were
died.
able to find
Empty handed or
information
empty headed?
Mhm.
empty-handed and empty-headed, both.
Mhm.
Many
Yeah.
of them died
Empty-handed.
for this lack of information.
Yes,
Mhm.
they literally lost their minds, their head. Uh,
Mhm.
Yeah, they all died of
damn it.
they all died from paper cuts for some reason.
So they were able to find information, but nothing substantial in the way that you want to find. So, first of all, you must realize that this is a very difficult task.
Oh, it's almost impossible. I'm
Yeah,
sure
and
of that.
number two, are you expecting me to take part on all of this?
No, I'm telling you because you will probably hear either of me or people I hire looking for information about him. Not necessarily him is straight away, but things that he would use that I have gathered for that. I have people already working on finding him, and I
I'm
don't want to
telling you
cause too much
this.
noise on
I,
that.
I, I
That's
will
the
tell
wrong
you
way to
this
go. Mhm.
because I know how stubborn you can be. You are not going to let this. So there's no point for me to try
Mhm.
and change your mind. So I won't even try.
Mhm.
I will not go against it either.
Mhm.
If I can find something out, I will let you know.
I would
But
appreciate, but I don't expect it. It's not your priority, in my opinion, that you should take.
but if things go south, and this is a very big possibility, if things go south, and by some miracle you survive from the abator's hands, I
Oh,
will
I
kill
am.
you myself.
Yeah, that looks at her and says, well, could have been worse ways to go. My idea was to definitely retire for good. Maybe settle down, see if we can convince you. Not for you to settle down, but at least have a kid so I can have a reason to be a husband at home.
Is he proposing?
Take my
Not
breath
necessarily proposing, but
away.
giving an overall idea.
Boom, boom,
A joking idea
boom.
of what he had in mind. He's saying this on a joking tone. He's more like, it was fine basically to retire. Maybe Frickster is more with you, maybe not.
I get it, I get it. Since you have actually
Mhm.
achieved your goal, you can finally marry the love of your life, the abator, and have many children together. I understand.
He just look and says, "Oh, you complete me."
This is better dialogue than Ethan Hahn and Leia. Don't at me in the chat.
Let's see how things are
Mhm.
with Elena. Let's see how things will go, and we are
Yeah,
going to talk about everything in a later date. That I will
sure.
have some time to process all of this because, as you understand, this is a little
Too
bit
much.
much.
Yeah, it's why when I realized a bit of what you could see going from your head, I decided better throw everything and just let you think about it for days and weeks, and then come back to me.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. Have a good night or morning or whatever it is that you have on us right now.
Same to you.
And you hear her mumbling in real while
Mhm,
she's
mhm,
ending the call.
mhm,
So,
mhm.
uh,
That's all for Neo, by the way. He's
yes,
done
it is.
for now.
Uh, Elena, you get a
Mhm.
visit from Luke at some point. He gives you a good look and says, "Feeling any better?"
Define better, she says dryly.
Hmm. Well, would you like to escort me on Coruscant and personally deliver the information that you got?
All she'll say in response is, I'd have gone anyway, so sounds like fun.
Good. Luke, Skywalker. No. Uh, look,
Love
I
it.
get that this is. Uh, I get that this is very difficult for you, but you have the opportunity to make things right about what happened with Keller, about what happened and has been happening all these years. I know we have a lot of things that we have to resolve, but let's take it one at a time.
She nods. And before, as he gets up to leave, he'll hear her just mumble to herself, but loud enough for her to phrase it as a question to him. It's like, tell me, do you think it would be worth it in the end? Is anything worth it in the end?
He gives you a smile and says, "It always is." It's tough to get there, but believe me, it is.
She nods.
And
Yeah.
sometimes success and victory can come from unexpected corners.
And I thought Miss was going to do the Linkin Park song.
That would have been cool, ironically.
Does it matter? No, it doesn't really matter.
I thought it's going to be out of Bohemian Rhapsody. Nothing really matters. Anyone can see. No, that's a letter. No, that's a letter
I
side
could
from
do
the.
that.
No, that's a letter side from the conversation. The conversation.
Also, there is another matter that we'll have to discuss, but it will have to wait until we're done with all of this. We have to get Ahsoka back.
I know.
Which sock?
Alana will look at Luke, not a hint of agony, or she will try and be frank with him and goes, I already told you I've got a deal underway to try and get her back. The only thing I can reassure you on is I've made deals with the Abeta before, and unless we give him a reason not to, he's always good to his word. If he told me that he's not
Somehow I
going to
don't
have,
doubt that.
yeah. Ahsoka will be
Do
fine,
you
Luke.
believe that? Do you believe that he's going to be ultimately an adversary? You are the one that had run-ins with him.
I don't know. All I can know for certain is that he is a very dangerous individual. Someone we need to keep an eye on at the very least. Someone who can very possibly become a very dangerous enemy.
Well, apparently he doesn't like people keeping their eyes on him, so that's going to be a challenge.
We face worse. It says, finally cracking a small smile.
Yes, we have.
Mhm.
Okay. Are you good with traveling in 2 days?
That should be fine.
Perfect.
And Luke,
I'll stay up and play Force Users Chess with her all night if I have to.
and I will just look at Luke and just say, tell Mara to come see me when she has a moment. There are things that we should discuss.
I will. And he takes his leave. At some point, Mara does appear. And says, "Is this a good time?"
Good a time as any.
She just goes, sits next to you and says, "So, it's been some tough few days."
She nods. And she goes, "Nothing new for you, I'm sure. No offense, Ben."
Look, I'm not super invested with the order yet. But, well, Luke has his way. And seems very worried about all of this. And that's reason enough for me to take all of this very seriously.
Your aid is appreciated.
Plus, I already, well, fought this Gendai enforcer or whatever he's supposed to be. Pretty tough opponent.
Elena just looks at her curiously and goes, "Gendai? I remember
Oh,
I remember Master Kruk telling me Master Kenobi fought one at Clone Wars, but nothing more than that."
well, they are extremely difficult to kill. They can also be quite unstable mentally, from what I understand. I can't say I know the reason exactly, but well, I suppose this goes down to each individual. But yeah, and not a very common species in the galaxy. Actually, they are one of the least seen or known, from what I understand. And as you said, if there wasn't some run in back in the day, well. But yes, if you cut off parts of the Gendai, well, that's not going to deter them. He did feel pain, though. That I can be sure of.
Elena nods.
Speaking of which, you're not doing that well.
"You always were a quick one," Elena says to her.
That's not a quick one. That's obvious. Uh,
"May I ask you something personal?
Ask away.
Was it like this for you when Palpatine died?"
Not quite. It's a feeling of uncertainty that the one thing that you knew was always gonna be there is well, removed, and you have no idea what's going to happen. It was a good thing, the best thing for the galaxy, actually. But yeah,
But at the same time, it's also ripping away the only thing you've ever known. Something you had to rebuild as time goes on. I think it says understanding.
Yes, and as time went on, I was getting happier and happier with that process. Because let's face it, I wouldn't last long in the Empire, one way or another.
Hello, Smiles. You'd still last longer than me, I'll tell you that.
Don't make this comparison because our stories are very, there are some key differences. Mainly, I was never trained as a member of the Jedi Order, so there's that.
And I... yeah. Elena will actually sit down for a while with Mara, going down into more details of her backstory that only Luke and Kukrook know at this point in time. Tell Mara everything from her point of view and exactly what this recent event has done for her. She definitely feels what happened with Palpatine, but she explains about how one could be hit with a blunt object so many times that they get used to it, and once that sensation stops, it's hard to process. That sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. At that, she gives you a smile and says, "Good. Despite what you think, I believe you're in the right track.
It's comforting.
You begin, yes, you begin to understand that maybe you shouldn't let all those difficulties and all obstacles to affect you that much. I'm not saying that you should stop caring because that's the worst thing that you could ever do. But perhaps you should find a new found strength in knowing that whatever happens, you can endure it
I will.
and move forward. Good. Do it then. Go
With you,
with Luke. Give all this information about these despicable idiots back in the Republic. And let's start making a difference. Let's start cleaning house.
sounds good. Together then. Helena says, putting a hand on Mara's shoulder, finally showing some emotion for the first time in days.
Glad I could help.
Don't rush off too quickly. You and I need to have a drink when I get back.
I will have that opportunity, I believe. Thankfully, we had our share of colorful individuals the last few months, so
Colorful. Oh,
yes. I believe we're stacking up in booze and no one's using it in the temple, so we
More
may
for
as well.
more for us, Helena says, giggling.
God damn it.
Anyway, I shouldn't keep you. Cal will wring my neck out if I keep you any longer than I have.
Nah, who cares?
Mhm.
And then she just leaves.
Who cares?
And I will give her a hug before she leaves and then just sit back down.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay.
What do you want to tell you?
If
Uh,
Neo goes to see Elena the next day, she doesn't seem
Mhm.
like she's recovered yet, but apparently talking to Luke and then Mara without Neo knowing about talking to Mara, her mood seems a little better than it was the previous day.
Yeah, it's still worry even if he's in, because which he will probably do, just that, because okay, you're beginning to get progress, but still you're not out of it, which means yeah, Neil's still worried.
She's able to show emotion at last, but her demeanor has not changed.
Yeah, that's the problem. You showing emotion is not. We'll try to read it, but I don't think he can get past Elena. It will be a problem of you can fake it. So
That's why I
by this point, he doesn't think he's capable of seeing through that. So he will still worry because it could be more of a coping mechanism to not worry people.
hmm
mm,
Wedge,
yes.
where would you be? Back on the ship on that night?
Yeah. I mean, I think we're done. We don't have anything to do, so
Yes. I'm
I
just
guess
asking where would you be
I'll just be on a
to relax?
bar. Actually, I'm going to be
Oh,
at the
okay.
bar.
At the bar of the Jedi Temple. There is no bar,
Yes,
damn it.
Nah, there
yes, it's
probably is.
very
And then
good.
if not, you basically told him if you want to raid this cabin for beer, I always fill it back when I come back, so you can do that. If there's no bar, there's the cabin that has beer.
So, is there a bar near or no?
In the ship, yes.
In the ship, yes. Okay.
You have the ship or
But
the cabin. What do you prefer?
okay,
Apparently.
Exactly.
I'm going. Okay, I'm going to take few bottles and go outside. I don't know where,
Oh god,
somewhere,
if
like
the
I
if
can
if the
see
bar's in the
the.
ship, if the bar's in the ship, shouldn't we call it the aft bar?
Oh god, the Akbar.
Yeah, the aft bar.
God damn
Yes.
it.
No. Anyway,
Narca,
let's
Narca
say the
sees
bar
you.
in the ship.
Mhm.
If you end up taking anything out of the ship, Narchas looks at you and says, "Have a nice drink."
Yeah. Well, let's make it simple. Let's just say I'm drinking it in the ship
Okay.
on the
Mhm.
bar.
It doesn't matter where exactly you are, but
Mhm.
it could matter if you want to make this. Well, as you're standing there,
Mhm.
I'm
um,
not standing. I'm
there's
sitting and
as
drinking.
you're sitting there and drinking. Oh my god, I have the meme. You know
Uh,
exactly what meme with the dude drinking
mhm.
from the bottle stub,
Oh
Yes.
wearing the
god.
gloves. You know exactly the meme.
Yes.
Oh god.
No, it's,
Anyway, so
I keep picturing the guy who
uh,
just
Mhm.
pours a little shot from a liquor bottle and then just
Mhm.
drinks from the bottle.
Yes.
you get
Yes.
you get an incoming call, and as you put your hand to pull out
Yeah.
the comlink, you realize
Yes.
that it's the comlink that you were given.
Yes.
Mhm.
Do you answer?
I answer the call.
Have you had an
He
accident?
doesn't accept the he doesn't accept the quest. He's not moving.
You get on the other end. You hear,
I answer the call.
"Have you
Eh,
been injured at work?"
Would you like to buy an extended warranty?
I am a Nigerian
Sorry,
prince.
this is your bank. You have expended this amount of money on the last magazine of sexy ladies. Would you like to do another purchase like that?
Hello, I'm a Nigerian prince. I have a bank account with a large amount of money in it that I am unfortunately unable to access. If you were to give me some of your money, I could get access to this money and give some of it to you as payment.
Are you paying too much for your car insurance?
So, uh, you see
Yes.
You see Renalin's face appearing,
Yes,
and she says, "Why,
she
hello.
says.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything."
Mm, give me a second. Nope, it's just me and the bottle.
Ah,
You bottle job.
And I turn the bottle, and you can see the name is called Baby Yoda, and it's blue for some reason.
Oh God!
No. He's drinking absolute vodka because only a Sith deals in absolutes.
God damn it!
yes. So, from what I understand, your father is quite the influential guy,
He sure is.
and you have shown combat prowess, and that you're quite skilled.
Um, Mirs, I hate you. You know I'm going to say it.
Tyron and I are
I'm
just going to
skilled in
deafen
many
ourselves
places.
and we require all audience members who are under 18 to tune off now.
I mean, he's setting this thing up. I am. It's not my. It's not my fault. It's not my fault, guys.
We're not blaming
Who
you.
made the character? Who made the character?
It's not his fault that the idea entered his mind and then he decided to run with it. Not at all.
He has had a happy accident that wasn't his fault.
Exactly.
Yes, this is just a happy little accident.
Bob Ross.
Oh
All right.
boy.
Well, go ahead and have your happy little accident.
There.
I'll message you when he's done.
It's not my
Ah,
fault. So,
yeah.
she says,
Yeah, I say
"I'm
that. You know
thinking."
what I'm going to say. I say it. So yeah, many places and continue.
I'm thinking of proposing a deal, a continuation of our.
Relationship, I guess.
If you want to call it that, yes.
Okay,
As you
I'm
know,
listening.
there are some shady individuals still inside of the New Republic, and yeah, I would very much like to see them gone.
He's called Slim and he's shady.
I know it.
And I believe that's to the benefit
Hmm.
for the New Republic and your father, and you by extension.
Okay, what's in for me?
A first date.
Well, is there something specific that you would like? Within reason, of course.
Everyone except for Wedge roll for mental damage.
Depends on.
I'm willing to do. I was half expecting Miss to say I'm willing to do anything. Like, anything? But no, he
No.
didn't went there, so I can't make that joke now. Uh, what are you willing to offer?
Well, I have some good information about the corporate sector that I'm sure that your father could take advantage of.
I have information about the droid attack on the Wookiees.
Mm-hmm.
Here, let me tell you what I want. I want my own mercenary company. I want to go independent.
Ooh, ambitious. I like it.
I'm going to let you set it up and throw the first financing. How about that?
Yes, I think that's agreeable.
Interesting. Then we have a deal. I do believe we have a deal.
Very well. This is going to be a very productive relationship, I'm sure.
It's sure it will.
5 years
I
down the
actually,
line.
which
Mirs, I want
which has a
actually,
which has a
Mirs, I
very
want. Give me a second. Mirs, actually want to roll a perception against my, let's say, deception. I guess.
You want
Not
her
really
to roll
deception.
perception.
Yeah. Just roll a
Okay.
perception. If you
okay.
roll over 22, I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
22. This is going to be
Okay,
easy. Let me tell you.
okay. While you roll that, the Joker was going to say is no. Which one's a long-term relationship that ends on the bed?
So,
Yeah, you
Get out,
passed it.
Max.
Yeah.
She obviously knows he's cooking something.
Some sort of
he
broth.
didn't have to roll for that.
Yeah,
You
I'll
know.
just make you roll. Just for
This
the
time is like
lols.
I have the power to complicate Weir's life. I will use it.
Yes.
And with that, says, I wish you good night. And ends the transmission.
And while the transmission ends, you can see the camera turns towards Wedge's
The
face
camera.
and slightly smiles, and the scene ends.
Oh, God.
Dun, 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 dun,
We
dun.
have a second Darth Janitor in the making.
Yes, and this is the.
No.
Do we roll?
No, he's
We
Darth.
roll credits? No.
He's Darth Pimp.
We cut away to the other scenes.
Yes. So,
He's Darth Pimp.
Uh,
Everyone,
by the
just
way,
get it right.
by the way, I have to go also.
yeah,
Yep.
you're.
See ya.
Good night,
Actually,
See ya,
guys.
Sav.
Yeah.
yep, see you. Actually, we could wrap things up here because we have a good uh, we have a good idea where we're going
Okay.
for next time.
Sure.
And yeah, so the first thing that you'll have to take care of is go back to Coruscant and
A nurse hand.
Nars hand. Yes, this is a work in progress.
Mhm. Yeah.
And deliver all the information to Lee and the others. And you will have some extra time to think on how exactly you want to tackle, if you want to actually
Mhm.
tackle the abator
Mhm.
situation.
Mm.
and whatever else comes. Because we know that this stuff usually don't end on you give the information to someone and nothing happens. When did that ever happen here?
Yes, pretty
You
much you'll have to be smart
infiltrate,
about this.
kill,
Yes,
destroy something.
on how to get near to actually finding head a better headquarters or whatever it is.
Yeah. His little home, whatever it is, doesn't matter.
Mm.
His own cabin in the woods.
There's just
Nah.
like a row of cabins in the woods just all next to each other.
And all this
Which
time,
one
it was
is
Neo's
it?
neighbor. It was the cabin next to him.
Just he open, he knocks on the door, and the door slightly opens. Neo Beta just swivels around in a chair, stroking the cat, and saying, "I've been expecting you, Mister Emote."
He
There's
says
just this-
that, and he says the whole house surrendered by Jedi because Neo wouldn't have went to that alone.
There's just a string of cars filled with like college age teenagers that just each pull into a different cabin.
Oh god.
They're all lost, but they wave each other as they go into their respective homes that they've stopped at.
God damn it.
And then there's just some random guy stalking around place in a hockey mask. No one knows why he's
What have we
there.
done?
God damn it. The force users heard something weird from that guy, but decided, must be wrong sense. Isn't feeling anything. This guy looks normal.
It's Halloween. Everyone's dressed up.
Halloween. Anyway, that's all for today. Tune in next time to see what is going to go down in Coruscant.
Mhm.
And yeah, we're entering a new chapter that could possibly be leading towards the end. Who knows?
Mhm.
And yeah, the party has plans to make, specifically Neo.
But shake and bake.
Neo is in the background is going to be cooking. Whatever the concoction ends up being good or not, it's up for the whatever materials he finds, has, and the information that the others for him provide.
He has a
If you
form.
smell what Darth Janitor is cooking.
Yes.
It's going to be a mean calzone.
He has some random college dropout that he used to teach when he was younger, helping him out in a meth lab, which he's using as a he's using as a pastry maker.
You ruin it. You ruin it. I'm leaving.
Yeah,
Give me a
yeah.
second.
I was Breaking Bad.
Oh no.
See, I left.
He left and re-ended.
He
This
just
doesn't count.
he just got up and went down the stairs behind his desk and then came back up at them again. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you for watching. I know I'm sorry there was no action this week, but sometimes you need these briefer sessions. And we will see you on Tyrant's channel next week for Mass Effect, where again we're gonna have another quiet session. So, so see you then. I'm Cord and I have spoken.
He has.